photos was taken from the Tower Eye. That's what they call it. It's like the Space Needle in Seattle. It looks pretty much the same. And you take an elevator up there, and you look out. It's a 360-degree view of the city. Whenever I go to big cities like this, or like New York, the first day I always go to the highest point. So New York was the Empire State Building. Here it is the Sydney Eye, and it just gives you a perspective of where things are and where you are and in relation to everything, and it really helps in cutting down time of trying to, or getting lost in things. Gives you a good direction, and I've found that the GPS isn't the most reliable source. I always get lost, and sometimes it leads me to places that don't exist. So that's what I wanted to say about that. If you've seen The Matrix, the first Matrix movie, a lot of it was shot in Sydney. And you could probably, it's hard to tell. They shot most of it in Fox Studios, which is located somewhere over there. They've used that studio to shoot many movies like The Great Gatsby and Moulin Rouge, and the Wolverine movies. But probably my favorite out of them is The Matrix, and I think this building that you're seeing right now was featured in the film. I think it was Neo's office where he worked, and you'll be able to see quite a few landmarks that are familiar to pretty much anyone wherever you're from. So that's the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and before that you would have seen the Opera House just between the skyscrapers, and in the far distance there you can see Luna Park. What I really loved about this was shooting it at sunset, and you get, and I always love shooting at when the sun is going down. Like, it's the changing point of the can see some smoke on the horizon. That's probably from burning off bushes or something, I don't know. But you can see it, there you go. That's not a cloud, that is smoke. I don't know, that's pollution or something on the horizon. But it has this really eerie orange looking look to it. What am I saying now? So it's getting darker and all the lights of the skyscrapers are coming on. It's very easy to get lost in this city. It's not a mega city, I wouldn't call it that, but it is still quite large. And walking is fairly easy. You can explore the city in a couple of days. What I would do is usually I'd walk down a main street and head towards the opera house and the harbour, just because that's where all the people go. But this is pretty high up. I think I read that when this tower was first built, it was one of the tallest buildings in the world, but that was quickly overtaken. But the nice glows of all the different coloured lights, that's what fascinates me about shooting cities. You get so much variety of colours. Like in that shot, you get blues, yellows, and the orange of the horizon, and the kind of greyish green colours of the buildings. It's really funny about coming to Sydney. Like, it was a very last minute thing, as are most of my travels. I planned this like a week in advance, so there was not much time at all. I was waiting for the cheapest flight and accommodation, and it was kind of annoying because when I got to my hotel, all I wanted to do was sleep, but for some god-forsaken reason they were doing street works at 1 a.m. and it was like sleeping next to a construction site. Let me tell you, I had to go to sleep with headphones playing music. It was that loud. So now I appreciate getting to sleep much better, much more. And sometimes you just have to get away for a few days, even just escape your life. And all I needed was a few days in another city just to, just be by myself and get away from everyone and just do what I wanted to do. And one of my favourite film directors present for myself. I was really feeling down, so I wanted to do something inspiring, and I always find his talks are really inspiring, and you know what he does, overcoming things and stuff like that. So that's why I was in Sydney. So I flew across the country just to see a movie. That's quite something. But yeah, it was really worth it. And, you know, just getting away from your normal life makes so much difference. It's like it resets the clock. You feel so much different, even if it was exhausting. When you get back, it feels like time. If I was away for 3 days, it felt like I was away for a week, just because I crammed so much into those days. And it was, really good. And I recommend doing something crazy like that. If you feel bored, and it wasn't that expensive either, so, yeah. And now we're getting to the night. So after this, I walked to the opera house and took some more shots of the bridge and everything, and had dinner looking out over the harbour, and it's really rewarding. And I'll be sure to make some more videos showing that stuff. So for now, thank you, and I hope you sleep